is headed, but I'd like to find out. You got me started. Got me started. Oh, I fell hard from the beginning. You're my favorite invention. Show me a perfect love. Show me a perfect love. Perfect love. Put my finger on it. Can't you see? Caught up in the middle of it. What you doing to me? I can't put my finger on it. Can't you see? Caught up in the middle of it. What you doing to me?
Hey there, music lovers, and welcome again to another episode of In the Loop, as we try to keep you in the loop of all the things that are going on in the music business, in particular to the new music that is coming out all over the stratosphere, or the music stratosphere, because there's so much music coming out, especially as we find ourselves here in this fourth quarter, or the last quarter of the year 2020, which has been a challenge for us all. But the fourth quarter is where the music industry puts a big majority of its music releases out, because that's where they make the bulk of their money from people coming back to school, which is not really the case now, to the holiday season, where people like to give the gift of music. It's usually the high volume of sales time of the year for a music business, and so we wind up finding ourselves with a lot of music releases. And even in the pandemic, this year is no different. So I just want to introduce you to the 10 singles or songs that I recently, have heard, or I want to introduce you to, and keep you abreast of these artists. And maybe you can go to their websites and pick up their music and support them. If you haven't known about them already, maybe this is new to you. If you already know about them, then you already know just how good and how special these artists and their music is. Now, we started off the show with the song Perfect Love by the artist Rachel Eckroth. I hope I pronounced her name right. And she's a musician who, on her particular song, she has one of my favorite artists on the record, Miss Cy Smith. And it's a wonderful song with a great video, very engaging, very colorful, video. The song "Perfect Love." If there's anything that we really need in this world right now is more love, and as perfect as we can get it. And so that was a very beautiful song. Those two came together because they were performers with Chris Botti, the jazz artist. When he was on tour, the background singers and musicians for him to go on tour, and that's how they were able to bond together and become friends and to work together to put this particular song out, Perfect Love. And so if you really like that song, go out and support these two artists. Rachel Eckroth, .com. The last name is ECKROTH.com. And then CySmith.com. You can go to either one of their websites and check out this song, as well as the catalog of albums and music that they put out. Support artists like this, as well as getting to support the artists that are coming up next. The next song I want to introduce to you is by my boys, Calvis and Kendall Duffy, otherwise known as Kloud 9. And that's Kloud with a K, not a C. I really love these guys. They have a very strong R&B, mid-tempo sound, feel to their music. And they're coming back with a new record. And this is the first single from that new record, which is called 21 Days. Check it out.
Anything you do over and over will become a part of us, the very heart of us. They say 21 days is all it takes for anything to take shape and change us all the way. And some things are just so hard to shake. Some things are just so hard to shake when you find this especially when it finds that special place in your heart for life. 21 days and I can't break away, 'cause I made a habit of loving you every day. 21 days and I can't break away, just can't break away, 'cause I made a habit of loving you every day.
Now that wonderful song, again, was 21 Days by the group Kloud 9. And if you go to their website, you'll find out about the new album they have coming out called Don't Stop, which is a double EP, probably, one for each twin brother. But also go back and check out a lot of their older music, because they have a lot of great, albums, and you will devour just how special their music sound is, and I think you will truly enjoy that. Their website actually is Kloud9, again with a K, official.com. So that's Kloud9official.com. That's the website you go to check out their music, check about the artists, and then talk about and share with. Pick up a couple of their items and share it with your friends. Now, before we get into the next song, I just want to delve into one of the things I want to continue to do with the show is just introduce you to ways that you can, like me, find out about artists like this, not just, with shows like this, but there's a whole lot of websites and different shows that you can get into to keep you abreast on soul music that's coming out. And so this week's Shining the Light On will be on the Spotify, outlet called Soul Never Dies. It's a Spotify, website put out by Shaniki Records. My good friend Randall Grass, hips us to every Friday it comes out. Again, Soul Never Dies on Spotify, and you'll get a chance to hear a lot of the artists like the ones that I'm showing to you or, to you today, and other artists that are out there that are giving real soul music, because like it says, soul never died. It's really happening out there. And even though you may not hear it on the radio the way we used to hear soul music on the radio, but there's a lot of great soul music that's happening, and we need to continue this dialogue or this sharing of information so that not only do the artists get their due, but also as fans we get to get connected and get start to love music just beyond what we might hear on the radio. So again, Soul Never Dies on Spotify. Check that out every Friday, and you will be blessed with some of the great soul music that's coming out all over the world. Now, Randall, again, like I said, works for the label Ashanti, and one of the artists that is on that label is one of the artists we want to bring up next is the artist Hill Street Soul. She's been around a long time, put out a number of albums, and also it's like Sade, so there's also a group as well, so it's not just the one, even though we kind of associated that name with her. She has a new album coming out called One Life, and it's also the title track or the song that we want to give you a taste of. So here it is, One Life, Hill Street Soul. That was the song One Love by Hill Street Soul, and the new album is coming out very soon, and you can check out not only that new album but also her whole catalog or their whole catalog of music. You can go to hillstreetsoul.com, or you can either pick up or check out her music from the Shanaki.com website, as well as some of her early music that would have came from domerecords.com. She started out overseas, with her initial first couple of records. Now another, artist that is affiliated or associated with Shanaki is the artist Bluey. We know him a lot with the group Incognito that he started and continues to flourish with. He's had a lot of solo records independently. But he also has another venture, which he's in the forefront of the group called Citrus Sun, which is supposed to be more of an instrumental, feel group as he continues to expand, the music that's within him. And the Citrus Sun, they've done a couple of records over the years, but I want to try and introduce you to one of the new songs that they have on the new album. Which features a good friend of mine, Deborah, and I think you will enjoy hearing a little bit of this, and the song's called Thinking of You. Deborah, Bluey, Citrus Sun.
I'm thankful, I'm grateful. What would
beautiful song, again, is the song called Thinking of You by Citrus Sun, featuring Deborah Bond and Bluey from Incognito. Now you can track down a lot of Citrus Sun's music. Their website is citrussun.mu. Now here in America, we're not really used to hearing that as the dot, after the dot, we used to .com, .org, and so forth. But overseas, .mu is big over there. And so we make sure you want to track them down, citrussun.mu. But like a lot of the artists that we've heard before, we recommend you directly go to the individual artists' websites directly and buy from them, because financially it does them better. They get a direct hit from you. When you buy from them, they get the full amount of the purchase price. But when you buy it from Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and like that, they don't see the full breadth of that money. They see a percentage of it. So in times like these, when we're trying to support artists like this, we highly recommend that you go to their websites to pick up the music first. And a lot of times you can get extra, things like them signing and autographs and the whole nine. But again, worst case scenario, if you can't get to the individual websites, then you go to your favorite spotter like Amazon or Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your music from, and you get it from them, and support the artists, and then also share the music. Tell your friends about artists like these, because they need the props, they need the sharing of information, and your friends will like you because you're sharing with them great music. Speaking of great music, the next artist is an artist that I got a chance to get hip to by my good friend Kevin Hayward, and this artist is named Alex Harris, and he's starting to make the rounds. He's starting to really make a name for himself in the indie soul world and getting a lot of love. Started out in a group with his family, singing back in the day, but he's finally been able to break free from that, and now becoming the solid singer that he is. And also it has not only is it like a natural feel to the sound, kind of like a John Legend or something like that, but it also has a feel or a message, this particular, song called Humanity. So check it out, Humanity by Alex Harris.
Color is color, heart beats the same. Tell me, what is the difference? Inside we're made the same. To love is simple. Yes, we can change. Mend our brokenness. Heal the world, disease and pain. Will you turn your head and walk away and pretend you don't see? There's an outcry in the universe for all humanity. We're all human. We're all human. We're all human. Ooh, yeah. I've been a victim of system, but I learned to play by the rules. Almost lost my identity by the isms, abuse, position and power, so misuse, yeah. Generational ignorance, it's been told as truth. So tell me, will you turn and walk away and pretend you don't see? When I hear an outcry in the universe See, we're all human. We're all human. We're all human. Ooh.
And that wonderful video and song, again, is the song Humanity by the song Alex Harris. And you can check out his music on his website, alexharrisofficial.com, and you'll get up to date, with the new album that is already available. And then you can also become aware of his upbringings, his music, his travails to get to this point. And you'll start to see, if you start making the rounds, of different soul websites and so forth, you'll start to see a lot of push for this particular artist. He's just starting to get some love that is well deserved from a great singer, and who's given us some good music. Now this next artist is a good friend of mine. I hadn't spoken to her for a good while, and she wound up hitting me up just a couple weeks ago and shared with me the new single from her album. That's Tracy Cruz. She's been around a long time. She's done about 3 or 4 albums, if I think correctly. And she has a wonderful, soulful sound, and it's a shame that she hasn't been heard of more and hasn't gotten her props and her due for the music that she's been putting out. But I do believe now is that time. And her new song, and a new single from the new album is actually called Your Love's Everything. And from the moment I heard it, I actually fell in love with the song. And I told her, I got to put this song in the show. And I wanted to get a chance to help promote this new song and promote her. Again, Tracy Cruz and the new single, Your Love's Everything.
The very first day that we met was a moment I couldn't forget. It was so special to me. When I looked into your eyes, the connection was divine. Felt like I knew you for a lifetime. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. For you, wanna be there for you. Your love's everything. With each day that passes by, our love grows stronger over time. Reaching deeper depths and higher heights, our hearts become more synchronized, while our minds become alive. Oh, I need you in my life. Wanna get to know you, wanna love and adore you. Your love's everything. Ooh, wanna be the best for you, wanna be there for you. Your love's everything.
Oh, that's so right. Your love is everything. And that's the wonderful, beautiful song from my good friend, Tracy Cruz. I can't wait to hear the whole rest of the album. But you don't have to wait for that, because you can go to her website to check out the new album, as well as some of the old albums that she's done over the years. The website is tracycruzmusic.com, and you can go there and again pick up all of her previous music, and you'll thank yourself for checking out her music. Now, we've done a lot of artists so far in the show, but it's time for us to come back to my hometown of Philly. We got 3 artists that we're just going to give a little spotlight to give a little Philly tri-state area love. The first artist up the bat is an up and rising artist, a beautiful artist, Tanqueray Hayward. Just like Alex Harris, like I mentioned earlier, she's starting to really make the rounds, to all the different soul websites and indie soul information and indie soul radio stations and so forth. She's starting to really make a name for herself. This is an artist I think is going to really, really blow up out of Philadelphia. We've had artists like Jill Scott. We've had artists like Vivian Green. We've had artists like Jasmine Sullivan. And I do believe that Tanqueray Hayward is next in line to flow just like those artists to continue the tradition of great soul female artists coming out of Philadelphia. The new song is called This Kind of Love.
The kind of love you only dream of. Everything I ever wanted. Pure ecstasy for me. That's all I want. This kind of love. This kind of love. And I know that it's real by the way that I feel. A love so strong, it keeps going on. You're the kind of man who makes your woman feel good. Give me flowers and open doors just like he should. You took my baby girl in just like she was yours. We became a family. It made me secure. This kind of love. This kind of love. And I know that it's real by the way that I feel. A love so strong, it keeps going on.
She is the up-and-coming female star coming out of Philadelphia. So catch the train now and be ahead of the curve so that you can say that you were at the beginning of her meteoric rise to stardom in soul music. You can check out her music and an upcoming album on her website, which is mstqmusic.com. That's mstqmusic.com. And you can go there and you can find out about her history, how she's come up over the years, and also be inundated with the music that she has coming out. And that's where you find out more about Miss Tanqueray Hayward, where we're going to be keeping an eye on you. Now, next artist up the bat is someone I've had the privilege, to hear over the years so many times as we dig a little bit into the jazz world with my good friend, Mr. Carl Cox, saxophone player Carl Cox, and had a chance to hear him play with so many artists from Mesa to Gerald Veasley, down at the Unscripted, doing so many different shows, and just falling in love with the way that he plays the sax. It's almost it's like making love the way that his sound comes off his saxophone. And over the years of playing with so many other people, he finally decided that it's my time. And we're so thankful that he's choosing to decide to finally step up to the mic and release his own solo record. The first single was a song called All the Way, a song that was co-produced with another good friend and a great musician, guitarist David Stevens. And so again, here's the first song by Carl Cox, saxophonist Carl Cox, the song called All the Way. That was the lovely song called All the Way by my good friend, Mr. Carl Cox. Finally going solo. Can't wait to hear the whole album. Brother, it is about time that you stepped up and did your own thing, and we're looking forward to hearing the whole album and promoting it and letting people know about that record. If you want to continue to hear this new single as well as what's coming next, you can go to his website, carlcoxherenow.com. That's carlcoxherenow.com. If you go there, you can find out more about him, as well as the new single, and as well as the album and when it's coming, so that you can get it and you can support this wonderful saxophone player, Mr. Carl Cox. Now, lastly, in the Philly trifecta, as a good friend of mine, Serena Soul. Had the privilege of working with her when she came up with her Jazz in the Park series here in Philadelphia to help highlight and spotlight indie jazz and soul artists, which has been a passion for hers, and she's done it so much over the years. She used to have a radio show here in Philadelphia doing the same, promoting and supporting indie soul music artists. And finally, she's now deciding to say, I've pushed everybody else, it's time for me to push me. And so she is finally coming out with her first single off a new album that's coming out later in the year. And this song is called You and I. Here's a little taste of that song right now.
I'm talking to every man, I'm talking to every woman, I'm talking to every child. Hold your head up high, look into each other's eyes, and build something greater that can make you better. For you and I, for you and I, for you and I, for you and I.
And that's the first single from the new album by Philly's own Serena Soul Brown, the song called You and I. And you can pick up that single from her website, the official serenasoulbrown.com. And if you go there, you can also find out about some other singles she's released in the past, as well as, the information leading up to the new album that she has coming out. Now, lastly, the artist that we want to introduce you to with this show, In the Loop, is my good friend, Mr. Russell Taylor. I fell in love with his music the first time I heard the song Somewhere in Between, which is a lovely love song, slow song. It's right up my wheelhouse the moment I heard it. And I said, man, I got to, stay with this dude. I'm really enjoying his sound and his music. And over the years, he's released a couple other, albums since then. Another song that I really love by him, War of the Hearts, which is a very powerful song and video, which is what he's known for. I mean, he has a great vocal sound, but he also is very poignant with his music. He's always got something to say with his music when you listen to his albums, which is the hallmark of Russell Taylor. And he comes through again with the first single off his new album, the movement he's really trying to get started, a song called Wake Up. And if there's ever a time that we really need to wake up, is during this turbulent time of 2020. If we were asleep before, this year really has set an alarm and a blaze to our behinds that we need to get busy doing what we need to be doing for ourselves individually and as well as helping people. And that's what Russell's trying to do, shine the light on what's going on in the world. And that's what you'll see with this new song and the video, Wake Up by Mr. Russell Taylor.
Million of us living in this place, and what do we have to claim? Permanent bars, every place to chase. They silence the things we say. Oh, we're giving the world revolution. We're screaming about the solutions. We don't see a change. Oh, we're fighting to save our own children. Suffering power they're abusing. They don't feel our pain. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, please. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Please. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everybody wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Please. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Progress is made. They take it away, in one shot erased. All of our crime doesn't change the game. Red to leave the shame, pawns in a power play. We're fighting against our confusion. We're fighting the public's delusion. They don't know our pain. No, no, no. We gotta stay strong for our people. Resenting the shit that we've been through. We can't see change. Nowhere, nowhere. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
And like Lawrence Fishburne said in the song, in the movie School Days, wake up. And that's the song by Mr. Russell Taylor. And you can go to his website, russelltaylor.net. That's .net. And you can check out the new single, Wake Up, support the single, support the movement. He has a wake up movement that he's, trying to get, that he's moving with. You can be a part of that. You can support it, the initiative that he has going on, and also support his music. Go back and check out his old albums, and you will be blessed by hearing this great and wonderful artist, Mr. Russell Taylor. And we hope that you enjoyed this week's show of In the Loop. Hopefully we've given you a lot of information about a lot of artists to keep you keep you warm during the cold months that are bound to be coming up. The overview is that the artists that we introduced you to, Rachel Eckroth, Cy Smith, Kloud 9, Hill Street Soul, Citrus Sun, Bluey, Deborah Bond, Tanqueray Hayward, Alex Harris, Carl Cox, Serena Soul Brown, and Russell Taylor. Okay, I did remember them all. And we also introduced you to the Spotify channel, Soul Never Dies. Check that out every Friday, and you will get hip to a lot of artists like the ones that I just mentioned, as well as other artists like them that are putting out great soul music, because soul never dies. And that's the reason why we do this show. It's because it never dies, and we want to keep you living with great soul music. So once again, thank you for tuning in to this episode of In the Loop. I want to thank you for supporting Euphoria Media and the shows that we do. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with your friends. And continue to come back as we continue to keep you in the loop.